Okay, good morning. Sue, it's you and me, kiddo. Anne's golfing and Val's working. So here we go, you ready? So today I have two of these smaller bands. Harder ones, slightly less hard. And then this long band I'm going to use for bicep curls. And then we have one set of heavy weights. So hopefully you got all that. Take your feet to the middle of the mat, out to the edges, and we're going to take a nice big deep breath. Keep the arms really long and reach, reach, reach. And then we're going to fold all the way down, let your head go. So try to keep those legs nice and straight. Inhale, extend the spine, and then come all the way back up and give me that big reach again. And then do it again. Shift those hips back as you start to come down. Let the head go. Inhale, extend the spine. Come on back up. Bring the arms a little closer together. Keep reaching up. Let the shoulders come up. And then swan dive it down. Make sure your neck is nice and long. You're not holding the head up. Now, inhale, extend the spine. Come all the way back up again. Bring the arms a little closer together. Lift the shoulders up. And then take it all the way down. We're going to bring the feet hip width apart this time and just look through your knees to the back of the room. Now I want you to drift your hips backwards and then forwards. With the legs nice and straight. And then find a nice center somewhere between the pad and heel of the foot. Cross the arms, roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Once you get up, lift your elbows up. And then take it all the way down again. You're flexing the spine as you come down. Getting a nice stretch through that lower back. Do it again. Come up nice and slow. Once you're up, bring the elbows up. And then flex the spine, fold back down. Come back up. Lift those elbows. And then release the arms. You're going to lift the left arm only straight up to the ceiling. And then take it over and let the hip come out a little bit to the left. And then switch sides. You're going to lift the right arm straight up, like you're trying to reach for the ceiling. Then go up and over, and then shift the hip out a little bit to the side. And now just oscillate from side to side. Make it one nice smooth transition. Your arms staying nice and long, they continue to reach. Warming up your side body here. Let's do a few more. And your last one. Nice. Now bring your hands on your hips and pick your right foot. Whoops, don't do that. Pick your right foot up off the floor. Circle the ankle. And then change your direction. And then point and flex. And then take hold of that foot behind you, bring it right up to your butt and sweep the left arm up. So you're getting a nice stretch down the front part of that thigh. Now, when you release it, I want you to clasp your fingers together, pull the knee up and into the chest, stand nice and tall. And then take it back down. Hands on your waist, left foot comes up. Give me those nice big circles. Go the opposite way. Now point and flex. Nice. Now take hold of that foot. Bring that heel towards the butt and then lift that right arm straight up. And then clasp the fingers, take hold of the knee, bring it up to the chest. Nice, let it go. Whew, we did that. All the way to the back of the mat. Take a nice big deep breath. You're gonna swan dive it down, and then you're gonna walk out to a plank. Nice and slow. Take lots of steps with the hands, then bring those shoulders over the wrists. Your legs are straight, your belly is in. Go to a down dog, pushing those heels towards the floor. Come back to a plank and do it again. Pull back, drive the heels down, big stretch for the calves. Come back forward and back to your down dog. Now we're going to pedal the feet here in the down dog. So you're bending one knee, straightening the other. Hold one side down. Then the other. Let's get nice and high on both toes. And then push the heels down. Do that 4 more times. Float forward to plank, step your feet into bear. Your knees are just above the mat and they're under the hips. Hold here, let's do some scapular push-ups. So drop the chest through the shoulders or the arms and push away. It's not a big move. You're going to feel those knees going up and down a little bit. Now put the knees on the floor. We're going to do 5 nice slow cat-cows. So give me that nice big arch. And then flip it around. Take your gaze forward. Big sway in that lower back. But while you have that sway, you're drawing the belly up and in. Flip it around. And then just get through 3 more, nice and slow. Okay, neutral spine. You take your hips back over the heels. Walk your hands out in front to the corners of the mat. And try to lower the chest towards the floor. The forehead stays up. Now take that left palm, open it to the ceiling and lift the hand off the floor. Just a little bit. Reach the arm nice and long and then put it back down. Open the right, lift and reach. And keep oscillating side to side. It's all about getting the arm long and reaching forward. Do a couple more. Nice, okay. Take those feet out to the side and have a seat. We're going to start with a 90-90 to try to open up our hips. We're going to do them where we go side to side. So get your butt all the way over to the right side of the mat. Get 90 in the front leg, 90 in the back leg. And now we're going to flip it around to face the back of our room. So just get into your 90-90 facing the other way. Once you get there, come on back forward. Now, if you need to use your hands for assistance, that's okay. Take them behind you as you move the legs. And then you're going to face directly towards the back of your room with your right hand forward. Then take the right hand back and face the front. We're going to do this a few more times. If you don't need your hands, don't use them. And now let's finish this by facing the front. Bring that back leg forward. Meet me in staff pose. So you've got your heels to the corners of the mat, flexed feet. Arms out in front, we're gonna rock it forward with a long spine. And then rock it backwards till you really feel the six-pack muscle engaging. And then come back forward. So we're not flexing or rounding the back, we're just rocking like a seesaw, forward and back. Warming up your six-pack muscles. Keeping the spine long and the chest proud. You're gonna do 3 more here. Work that range of motion, go a little further each time if you can. Now for this last one, we're gonna rock it back and we're gonna raise the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Please draw the belly in, hold here. I know you're feeling it in the hip flexors, that's okay. You're here for 5, belly in, 4, 3, 2, and bring it forward, round your back. Nice little reprieve. Take some nice big deep breaths. Okay, come on up. We're going to grab our first band, the hardest one that you have, the small one, wrap it around the tops of your ankles. Take yourself all the way down to the floor. We're going to start working our outer hips. Some nice big opening of the band. Feet can be flexed and then close it slowly. So we're going to hold it open each time for about 5 seconds. And then when you begin to close, it comes together very slowly, like slow motion. Open, you count to 5, nice and slow. And then begin to close. We're going to do 10 more of these. So when you feel like you can't open them quite as wide because you're starting to feel tired, fight for it. Like try not to give in. So 8 more here. That's how slow we're going. Working on 7. And now 6. Get that opening nice and big. Start to close. 5. Close slowly. You're working on 4. We're making progress. Get those legs wide open. Close slowly. Working on 3. It should be just as wide as when you started. Close slowly. Last 2, open wide. Close slowly. Last 1. Make it as good as the first one. And bring it in. Oh my goodness, get rid of the band. Rock and roll yourself forward. Okay, we're going to take hold of this, the other band is just not quite as hard. And you're going to wrap it over and around the wrists. You're going to lie back down with your legs bent. So your wrists are over your shoulders, and I want you to bring tightness to the band. So open the palms a little further apart. Slowly take the arms backwards. Spread your fingers wide, let the thumbs touch the floor. And then as you continue to push the band open, bring the arms back up till you touch your thighs with your pinky. And then start to go back again. Bring as much tightness to the band as you can. And really try to get those thumbs down on the floor in the back. We're gonna do 8 more. Nice and slow, maybe 5 counts going back, 5 counts coming up. I know it's a lot of work for the arms, but try to keep the band taut the whole time. Now you can rock that pelvis up so you feel your lower back on the floor and draw the belly button down so you're working those muscles. Keep opening the band as much as you can. Spread your fingers really wide. We have 2 more. Hopefully you're feeling the sides of these arms. 1 more. Okay, release the band. We're gonna come all the way up onto our feet. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water. Cheers. Okay, we're gonna start with 2 weights. I'm just taking my ring off here. 2 of the heaviest weights you've got, deadlifts, and some rowing. So feet hip width apart, arms by your side. You're gonna keep the legs nice and long. Come down, let the weights touch the mat, and then come back up. Or go as low as you can without rounding the back. You're just hip hinging. So your spine stays nice and long. We're gonna do 10 of these nice and slow, and then we're gonna do 10 rows. So I'm shifting my weight back into my heels, moving my hips back as far as I can get them when I hip hinge. Come all the way up to a standing tall position on each repetition. So you want to keep really good posture. When you come up, really proud out the chest. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades. When the weights come down either to the floor or towards the floor, we like them to be right by your feet. Try not to let the weights land in front of the feet. Okay, so give me 1 more and then we're gonna do 10 nice slow rows. So with these rows, you're gonna come down about 3/4 of the way and then get the elbows up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale out as you bring them up. Inhale on the way down. Okay, now put the weights down. We're gonna give our hands a little bit of a break. So you're gonna come down on your mat into a low plank. We're gonna start with our knees on the floor and our elbows right under the shoulders. So your palms are on the floor. You're gonna isometrically start to pull the elbows towards the knees. So you get more activation through the belly. Just hold and breathe. You got your toes tucked under and your knees on the floor. Should be feeling a lot of tightness around the belly if you're really giving it a good old tug. Okay, now release it. Lift your knees off the floor and bring your feet together. So you're still in your low plank, but your knees are up, your belly's in, your feet are together. Now pick your butt up another inch and then lower the right hip towards the floor. Try not to move your feet. Pick your butt up, lower it to the left. Try not to move those feet. Pick it up again. Go right. Back up, go left. Back up, hold your low plank. Put the knees back down. Give me that isometric tug again. Elbows pushing towards the knees isometrically. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and walk the elbows back to the knees. You're going to take a quick little child's pose. Any version that you like. Nice. Now come on back up. You're going to just find yourself on all fours, but I want your knees opened up hip width, tuck the toes under. You're going to extend the right arm straight out and your left leg straight back. Now bring the knee and elbow to meet in the middle and arch the back. Try to lift the knee a little higher and extend back out again. And let's do that 4 more times, nice and slow. Tuck it in, extend out. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And now switch sides. Left arm out, right leg back. Bring the knee and elbow together. Reach it back out. Last one. Extend out. Back to all fours. You're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to go straight to a small downward dog with your heels on the floor and your legs nice and straight. Just hold here for a few more breaths. Then we're going to walk the feet forward. You're going to extend the spine. Come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Lift the shoulders up. And then relax. Okay, you're going to pick up one of the heavy weights. We're going to do 10 reps of single leg deadlifts. So to start, you're going to have the weight in the right hand, and you're going to be working your left leg. So I want you to kickstand the right side. As you start your hip hinge, you're going to lift the back leg up off the floor. Bring that weight down inside the foot. And then come back up. So we just have 9 more to go. Nice and slow. You can have the left arm out to the side just to help you with balance. You're coming down slow. You're trying to land that weight just inside the left foot. Try to avoid having it way out in front. Another thing that we like to focus on when we do a single leg deadlift is when we start the descent, we try our best to let the hips go backwards. Even if it's subtle, like a fraction, you're weighting into the heel of that foot. And getting that back leg nice and straight and engaged, the muscles there, will help you maintain balance. This is such a good way to train. A, you're challenging your balance. B, you're using your body weight plus the weight to really build strength. You're going nice and slow, so it requires a lot of focus. Okay, I think that's 10. We're gonna switch hands with the weight. You're gonna kickstand the left foot this time. Right arm out to the side a little bit, just to help you balance. Here we go, nice and slow on the way down. Engage the muscles of that leg sweeping backwards. Try to come up as slow as you went down. I know it's hard, but try your best. Make that a real focus here. Should be about halfway, maybe 5 more. Okay, working on the last 2 here, and then we get to move on to some rowing. One more. Nice. Whew, okay. Grab the other weight. So you're standing with your feet hip width. 3/4 of the way down. Start your rows. Just look forward of the mat so your neck stays nice and long. Shift those hips back, weight into the heels. Do 4 more. Okay, put them down. Now we're gonna work some bicep curls. So I'm gonna grab the long band, or you can use weights. I like to switch it up every now and then. So if you're using weights, it's whatever you normally use for your bicep curls. Curl up nice and slow, resist it going down. Nice and slow. Stand really tall. So your elbows are gonna stay close to the side of your body. They don't pull forward. So if you look at me from the side, as I curl up, I keep the elbow under the shoulder and close to my body. Crowd out that chest. Relax your grip. So those biceps you're working, right? Not the grip. Whew. I'm going to bring my feet a little closer together to make this not so difficult. You can also do this in a split stance if it's easier on your feet. I'm going to try to do 3 more, nice and slow. Last one. Okay. Whew. Shake out those arms. Come all the way back down into staff pose again. We're going to do 5 nice and slow Pilates sit-ups. So I got my heels in the corners. I'm gonna take my arms forward. I'm gonna put my palms over my shoulders, round the spine, suck in the belly. Start to round down nice and slow. Once you're down, then take the arms all the way back behind you. Bring them back onto your shoulders, tuck your chin, lift your head, roll up, drawing in the belly, dive between the legs. Your spine stays in flexion. Take hold of the shoulders or extend out your arms, do it again. Nice and slow. Reach. Nice long arms. Back to the shoulders, lift the head, tuck the chin, suck in the belly. Dive between the legs. And again. Come on back up slowly. And we have one more here. And roll up one final time. Nice. We're going to take hold of the black band. And this time we're going to bring it above the knees. We're going to do some clam shells. So that means you're going to get onto your right side. You're going to have a slight bend in the legs. Stack your feet, stack the knees. Your right elbow should be directly underneath the shoulder. And you're just going to open the top knee up without letting this hip roll backwards. And then lower. Just till the band isn't tight anymore. And then start to lift again and lower. Now, if it's easier for you to lie all the way down, you can do that. You might get a little bit less range of motion, but that's okay. Just try to lift that knee without rolling the hip back. Now lift it up and then pulse up from here. Just go up, up, up with the hip forward. Now extend that top leg straight out. Top leg is straight out. You're just going to go up and down with it. Up and down. Really get that left leg straight. So the band is getting tight when the leg's going up. Again, working the outer leg. Now hold it up and turn the toes to point down. And then pulse up and down. Hold the leg straight, let the toes face the right side of the room. Pulse up and down. Turn the toes down, pulse up and down. Hold the legs still. Hopefully it's shaking a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Whew. So let's start out with these clam shells. Bend the legs, stack the feet. Now make sure this right hip doesn't move back when you lift the knee up. Lift it as high as you can and then slowly lower it. I like to keep my right hand on my hip, so it reminds me not to let it roll back. Now take the right leg and straighten it. Lift it and lower. Whatever range of motion you can do without rolling the hip backwards. Now hold it up and pulse it up. Turn your toes to face down and pulse it up and down. Turn your toes to face the side. Keep going. Now just hold it up. Leg is nice and straight. Push your heel out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's take this band off. We're going to give ourselves a little reprieve with a single leg happy baby. So you're going to extend the right leg down along the floor, and you're going to take hold of that left foot, push your heel up to the ceiling, and use your arm to pull the knee down towards the floor. And now switch sides. Try to get that left calf down on the floor. Okay, both feet, happy baby. Little gentle rock, maybe from side to side, maybe not, whatever feels good. Okay, legs straight up to the ceiling. Point your toes. Open the legs nice and wide. Bring your arms, your hands together, and your arms are gonna come forward as you crunch up. So you're trying to reach the fingers forward, tuck your chin, hold the crunch, legs are nice and straight, and then release back down, let the arms go all the way back behind you. Bring them forward slowly. Lift the head, lift the shoulder blades, reach the fingers forward. And then release back down. We're going to add on to this. You're going to give me a little pelvic tilt up of your pelvis when you bring the arms forward. So everything else stays the same, but try to tilt the pelvis up a little bit. You're going to feel the six-pack muscle just work a little harder. And then release. Let the arms go back. We're going to do it one more time. Bring the arms forward, lift the head, tuck the chin, reach, tilt your pelvis up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring the legs together, bring the knees into the chest, make a nice little circle to massage the lower back. Go the other way. Okay, feet on the floor. We're going to do a little rehab for the shoulders. So make sure you have room. You're going to make goalposts with the arms. So you got your legs bent. You got your elbows at the height of the shoulders. So take a look. Sometimes they might be further back. And you got the back of the hands down on the floor. Now roll the pelvis up so you feel your lower back on the floor. And then bring the arms, the palms forward. Now the intent is not to let the shoulders round forward, right? So you use whatever range of motion you have that don't require your shoulders to lift off the floor. Then take them back. Back of the hands come back down. Lift back up, shoulders stay down. And then back of the hands come back down. Just do this 3 more times, make it nice and slow. Maybe the palms are getting a little more forward. You never know if you try. but don't let the shoulders round. You can also do this up against a wall. The next move we're gonna do. Easy to do in the middle of your day if you're taking a stand-up break. You can find yourself up against a wall. So the back of the hands are on the floor. You could be doing this against a wall, and then you just slide the hands along the floor or up the wall until you get your thumb and index finger touching. And then you come back to your starting point, that goal post, and then bring the palms forward again. Take the palms back, slide them along the floor backwards. Let your thumb and index finger connect without lifting the arms off the floor, right? Let the palms come forward. We're going to do this one more time. Then backwards, then give me that nice slide. Keeping those forearms on the floor. And you come back, bring the arms by your side. Bring your knees up and into the chest without the use of your arms. Now, lower your belly, so draw it down. Sweep those legs out and just 1 inch off the floor, and then bring them back in as close to you as you can get them without using the arms. Try again, scoot those feet out, and bring them back in. Now, straighten the legs. Give me that little pelvic tilt up. Bend the knees. Take the heels back out 1 inch above the floor. Bring them back in. Straighten the legs. Pelvic tilt up. Do it again. Knees into the chest. Then the feet go out. Then they come in. Then the legs go up. And you hold this pelvic tilt. It's really more of a contraction. You're just engaging those lower abdominal muscles for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now tuck your hands under your butt, release the pelvis so you're just sort of chilling out. Bring the knees back in towards the chest. Just a little reprieve here. Take a nice big deep breath. As you exhale, draw that belly down, straighten those legs straight up to the ceiling. Now you're going to lower them, keeping the belly pushing down, and lift them back up. So if you feel your belly popping up or your rib cage lifting up, don't go any lower. Like, let that be your guide that you've lowered too low. So you're just going down slow and up slow. You're going to do it 3 more times. Belly draws down the whole time. One more time. Make it great. Take the legs all the way back up. And now, bring your arms by your side, feet on the floor, legs bent. We're going to roll the knees to the right, bring them up, roll to the left. And just keep sort of oscillating from left to right. It's great for your hips and your glutes. Couple more. Now, on this last one, bring the legs up. Now just open each knee out to the side and close till they come together. So you get a real contraction, and then you open to the side and release it. Do that a few more times. Nice. Now bring those knees in. Make a nice circle with them. Keep the knees together. Go the opposite way. Now cross your right knee over the left. Smaller bend in the leg now. Let the knees go right and let the left arm go straight back behind you. Use that right leg to help the left one get closer to the floor. So you're feeling this stretch over the hip, the IT bend over the hip, through your side body, all the way up to your armpit. Now come back up. We're just going to cross over the other way. I know we're out of time, but we are going to finish this stretch just for about 30 seconds here. Really get that right knee going towards the floor with the help of that left leg. Arm is reaching to touch the back of your room. Nice. Now bring the arm in, bring the knees into the chest. Make that circle with your knees apart. So you got both knees going out and in. And now rock and roll forward. Come all the way up onto the toes. And we are done. Let's meet in a full fold. We're going to unhinge at the hip and come all the way up. Take a nice big deep breath. I thank you so much. Good job, Sue. Getting it done. Woohoo!